Welcome to the Underdogs podcast. Strap yourselves in for 1 hour of unrivaled audio entertainment. Featuring HopCat.
Today, I will be assuming that I'm wrong about everything.
Little Z.
Dylan Dennis got fucking robbed in that wrestling match.
Poppet 1.
Muggsy Bogues is the GOAT.
And Director Cogger.
AFL 9 season is alive. We lost the first game.
Wasn't it a boxing match, Zack?
I
not a
forgot
wrestling
about
match?
that boxing match. Did you watch the matches?
No. That's the setup, Peter. And the punchline is because Dylan Dennis fucking tackled him at one point.
He tried to make it a wrestling
he
match.
tried. He thought Logan Paul was in the UFC. He drank a bottle of Prime and tried to tackle him in the groin.
God. Do you know anything about this, Jackson? Oh, man. If you've been as chronically
I
on
don't
Twitter
either.
as I have, it was just dominating Twitter for you page for the longest time. And even if I didn't care, it was just the amount of shit talk coming out in this boxing match between, what was it, Logan Paul?
There was two. There was
Yeah.
Logan
And
Paul and Dylan Dennis, and then there was KSI and Tommy Fury.
Yeah, and it was just
You don't
all
know
over
who
the...
You've heard of KSI.
I know
surely.
KSI and Logan Paul.
Tommy
Yeah.
Fury is a professional boxer. He's like the brother
whoa.
of the best boxer.
Like,
can
these
I
people, the YouTubers are actually good enough to compete with these people, even though, it's not Dylan Dennis's field boxing, you know what I mean? He's still an elite fighter, you know what I mean? So the YouTubers are actually getting all right.
Can I do
Yeah,
a
they're getting very
quick
good.
news update for Jackson?
The Zoos?
The Zoos?
The Zeus.
But it's like celebrity news, so it's like TMZ.
TM Zoos.
TM Little Z.
TM Little Z.
Tim Zoos.
Okay,
Little
so Logan Paul's new fiance, Nina Abdul,
Agdal, right?
Agdal, apparently has slept with lots of people, and Dylan Dennis kept roasting Logan Paul about it and posting raunchy pictures of Nina and the lead up to their fight, and then he got punched in the face and lost. That's the Zeus.
What? It was just the amount of Twitter shit talk over with
Yeah.
Dylan Dennis being your fiance is a hoe.
Right.
Because she's she's a model and she's had a lot of high profile relationships. You know, she's dated Leonardo DiCaprio.
Right,
and,
right.
a bunch of other celebrities and whatever. So he's just been oh, your fiance's a hoe, and was doing that for months in the lead up to the fight. I think the fight was actually really disappointing to watch, I think.
Oh, did you watch it?
No, I just see people's reactions.
I watched.
Neither did I.
I watched them. I missed the first one, the Logan Dylan Dennis, but I watched KSI and Tommy Fury. It was actually, it was so boring. It was
Yeah.
low level boxing is so
It's boring.
shit. They just hug the whole time.
That's
Um,
very- 'cause they're
That's
what,
pretty
tight?
nice though.
I don't know. It's just is what it is.
Can we talk about KSI's forehead though?
He does have a big forehead.
Because he has his hair tied back and
Right.
stuff because he's ready for sport. He looks like Megamind.
Respect.
He actually looks like Megamind.
Peter, you're talking a lot. You probably got
Peter's finally
biggest
found
forehead.
someone with a bigger
I
forehead
know,
than him.
if anyone knows, it's me.
Peter's
You know what I
got
mean?
the fringe now, and he's going in on other people's foreheads.
If anyone is qualified to talk about the
Yeah.
size of someone's forehead, it is me. You know,
True.
No, if you're talking shit, I haven't thought about KSI's, but it must be
let me show you a
It is
picture.
big.
Megamind looking ass.
But
like you
KSI
said.
is a bit of a beast boxer. He lost in the decision, but everyone thought he won, including the commentators.
It was
Against-
57-56 by every
Oh,
referee.
Wow.
Yeah, but people thought he was mega robbed, and it was against a guy who's been professionally boxing his
Was it
whole life.
KSI was robbed?
Yeah, which is
Look
pretty
at his
impressive.
forehead.
Oh man, that is fucking yeah.
I'm not about this physical discrimination, boys.
Looks
It's
fine.
a big forehead, though.
All right.
You know, if anyone ties their hair back, isn't it crazy that eyes are in the middle of the head?
Oh, yeah.
You think they might be in
Yeah,
the top
yeah.
third.
When you draw
Yeah.
people for the first time, and then you realize you need to put the eyes down.
Yeah.
What are you?
Pretty big.
Yeah, pretty big.
All right, we're doing an
Don't check
investigation
mine.
on Jordan's forehead. It's quite average.
You know what, Jackson? We shouldn't be shaming people on their appearance. You're right.
That was me.
You know what, Jordan? You're right. We shouldn't be. I'm assuming I'm wrong on everything, by the way, guys. That was my bit at the start. I'm doing it now.
That's a good way to do it. That's how I've been living life
Yeah, it's a good one.
on this podcast.
It's a bit
anyway.
of a philosophy
It
hack,
works
isn't
well.
it?
Yeah.
Jordan's wise.
Yeah.
I said
Jordan, say something now that you're 100% confident that it's true.
I'm sitting on a couch.
There
I
you go.
think therefore I am.
Or he could be in a simulation.
True.
I'm
Come
sitting
on,
on a
man.
couch in this simulation.
Oh, the comments are going
Oh, no,
crazy,
I'm
telling you
fucked.
you're in some gel liquid in the Matrix right now.
I was literally
'Cause
listening.
I'm kind of not sitting on it because isn't that how atoms work? There's kind of space between everything.
You might as everything loses meaning at all points if you just imagine that. Then you
Whoa.
can't touch anything. So like you can't say anything ever again.
Peter,
So-
you
It's
gotta
not
be
even like
wrong.
you're touching me.
It's not touching you.
You're not even touching me.
Deep dive for
You can
early
touch
in the
any way you want.
podcast.
That's not touching me.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway.
Let's move on.
Wait. I don't know if that one holds up in court actually. So let's just move on.
Your Honor, you see, the atoms were not touching each other.
Your Honor,
Schedule?
we have a schedule again, guys.
Jackson's book has been saving the
Jackson,
pod.
give us a teaser of what's to come on this episode.
Is Jackson's
Can
book the
do.
Jook?
It's the joke.
We have the
Jackson's
zoos.
book.
We got the Jook.
Episode 86. I'm feeling it, guys. I'm feeling a good one.
What's the deal with? This is not in order, by the way. What's the deal with?
Yeah, we've seen all the comments about how much you love What's the Deal With from last time.
So it's coming back. We got Geoguessr, the audio edition.
Wait, it's better than it sounds.
Retro Peter's question. Lifelong Ink Part 3.
Oh, God.
Poppet's question of the week.
Should we start with the Geoguessr? That's kind of
Yeah.
topical.
All right,
Did you guys
Geoguessr.
see this? There was a Geoguessr World Cup over the weekend, which is
how,
amazing.
how does it work? How do you...
It's
is
just
it
like a
time?
bracket, and then it's best of 5, and like, because have you ever played on the Geoguessr game online?
Yeah. So you're trying to get closest.
You're trying to get as closest with another person, and if you're
Also-
closer, you get a certain amount of points depending on how close you were to the point.
Right, so it is paired up. Is it like a bracket?
Yeah, it's just a
Ah,
bracket.
cool.
It's so funny, and the crowd was getting wild. And that guy, Rainbow, yeah, he was on
Surely
the
won.
commentary. No, he was on the comms. He organised the whole event.
Is he too good?
He's probably banned.
I don't know technically if he would be able to beat the guy who won, but he seemed like he was up there. It's so funny listening to the commentary because it's like the thing will pop up and then Rainbow and comments like, "Oh, we're obviously in Russia, and we're here. Let's see if they get that." And then like they will get it.
It's like obvious, and you're just like, what?
It's so. I only saw a few clips on Twitter, but it was just so funny. Just people getting hype about, I don't know, Google Maps.
Yeah, he sees like one corner of a telephone pole and he's like Switzerland.
Yeah.
It's like...
He's good, isn't he?
It's insane. And then there's a lot of hacks as well. It's like if you see part of the car, it's like, oh, well, they had the camera like in the wrong position for this whole country. So it's like if you see like a clipping of the front of the car, it's like instantly you know it's Poland or some shit.
Right.
Right, so there's little like nifty
Lots of little
little
hacks.
hacks.
And then obviously like left or right side of the road, you got like telephone
Signs is a
poles,
huge giveaway, right?
signs.
Like obviously,
Yeah,
like
any
every
kind of
country has its own
language.
sign.
Oh, Luke's
Not
in the
even just
chat is
language.
saying there are people better than Rainbow. He's just popular. So yeah,
Wow.
they probably would beat him.
Do you guys just do the equivalent of being like, wow, Poppet's the best Smash player in the world? Because you just watch YouTube and you actually have no idea about the depth it goes.
For me, this is going to sound quite mean, but I don't know how there could be people that invest more time than Rainbolt because I already think that is an insane amount
How
of
do
time
people
to
invest more time in Smash than you and I?
I know. I
And
know
yet they
it's
don't. They're
hundreds
probably
of
just
points.
better.
Yeah.
It's I can't see the appeal of that game as much, but I'm not going to yuck your yum. Like,
I'm bringing back yucking people's yum. Yuck the yum.
What are you
No, but
yucking?
it's an esport. They probably got money. They probably got more money than Smash
No, I'm
Bros
just saying.
tournaments by
I'm saying
far.
I
Yeah.
inherently disagree with the statement of don't yuck someone's yum. Because
Yeah.
what if their yuck is very yuck?
It's true.
but okay, with Geoguessr though, it's actually probably better than Smash for life skills.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Like if you went into like a hyperbolic time chamber and played Geoguessr or played Smash online for 4 years,
Yep.
which end would you come out a better person?
You'd be much more worldly from Geoguessr than Smash.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Yep.
But you could have replaced Geoguessr with pretty much anything in that situation. I'd probably agree with you.
Yeah. Sitting on a couch.
Yeah. Smash sucks. Just like meditating for 4 years.
Yeah.
They should make more
Absolutely.
silly esports though. Imagine Peggle esports.
Yeah, that'd be
How
Now
good.
we're
hype
talking.
would that be?
Love
That'd be
Peggle.
sick. But yes, I have made a little playlist of different audio backgrounds from different places in the world to see if we can invent a new game, which is audio Geoguessr.
Yeah, play along at home, guys. So you're gonna hear the clue
How long do we get of the clue? Or you
I
just
don't
decide?
know.
until we get it. It's like Geoguessr. You
No,
stare
you're
at it
not
until
gonna
you
get
get
No,
it.
it will be a 4-hour podcast.
No,
minimum.
no. We're going the whole
I
hog.
think this is going to
We're
be
gonna
like
close
impossible.
close your eyes, everyone listening. Unless you're driving, don't do that. And
Keep them open.
imagine you're in the place.
Place number 1.
Sounds wet.
Kind of just
That's
sounds
about it.
We can't get copyrighted, right, from this
No,
stuff?
no.
kind of just sounds like white noise.
It's quite relaxing.
Should we go around?
Yeah, I've got a guess.
Okay, Peter.
I'm gonna say English countryside.
Whoa.
Zach?
I think it's more tropical than that. I'm gonna say Argentina.
Jackson?
American rainforest.
Oh, Jackson's the closest because it was the Niagara Falls.
It was wet. It was
I
way wetter than I
literally-
thought.
I was like, oh, it's got to be some big waterfall. Maybe I should say Niagara Falls, and then I didn't, like a fucking idiot.
Let's go.
Trust your gut,
1-0.
Woo!
right.
You've been there, right, Zach?
No.
Oh, okay.
All right,
on.
next place.
This audio quality sucks.
suck.
This sucks.
I didn't listen before I did any of these.
No, that's cool. I'm trying to identify any different languages in the voices.
I'm hearing more interference than anything. Like that like whistling sort of noise.
It's very busy. There's voices. It's a city.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Oh, there was. I
There
feel
was
like,
language there.
Yeah. All right. No, I reckon
I'm
that's
going.
enough.
all right.
I'm going Beijing train station.
That's pretty
That's
good.
good.
Because all the interference, Chinese government trying to
What?
stop the soundscape from getting out.
Conspiracy theory.
Oh, yeah, they don't like social media, so
True.
YouTube.
Ooh.
All
Has
right.
a conspiracy.
Jackson,
they
do
don't
you
have
want to
Beijing. Jackson?
Yeah, I think it's Asian something. I'll go. You said Beijing, didn't you?
Yeah.
And that's why it's in my head. Yeah, I'll go Japan. Japan.
You can go
Beijing,
Beijing, Jackson,
Japan.
then we'll both be right.
I can
If you go
Oh,
Beijing.
I'll go Beijing.
All right.
I was
Peter?
thinking of going like Tokyo, but I'm gonna go somewhere wild. I'm gonna go Mexico City.
Whoa.
Ooh. Peter is closest. It's Boston.
Oh, really?
Wow.
I thought it was another language.
Nah, it was just Boston.
That sounded like an Asian to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, the quality on that
Well,
was really bad. I'm
I was
sorry
going
about that,
purely
boys.
on the interference.
In terms of like busy cities, the closest busy cities to like us in Australia are probably Asia. They'd probably be what we're most exposed to.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, here we go. The third out of 6. Currently, I don't know who cares about the points. All right.
It's 1-1, me and Peter. I care about this.
Shit. Oh, this is...
Sounds pretty wet again.
Yeah.
Big raindrops.
Is it Niagara Falls
Jordan,
again?
Jordan's laughing, so it's
Think about the raindrop size. They're big, right? Like I can hear individual slaps.
All right, that's enough of that. I thought it was going to be a bit different, but...
All right, I want to go first. I'm confident.
Oh, wow.
The
Shit.
big drops are when the rain falls on a big leaf and rolls down off the big leaf and
Yeah.
falls in a big drop. So
Yeah.
it's going to be a rainforest somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a wild guess and say Brazil.
I'm
All right.
I'm
It's
going.
not that wild though. It is the biggest rainforest in the world.
Yeah, well, it's a wild guess as in there's a lot of rainforests in the world. But
I
it's,
like the deduction. I
Yeah.
had none of that. I'm just gonna say somewhere else wet where it rains a lot, like Ireland.
that's why I said English countryside for the first one.
Yeah.
I'm feeling Australia.
It's Hogwarts.
What?
And where's Hogwarts?
That's not a real place, Jordan.
No, wait. Where's Hogwarts closest to? I want my
I
point.
guess England.
They're
No,
British,
it's pretty
right?
close to Australia.
They're British.
Yeah, they're
Pretty
British.
close to not existing.
So that's a point for Zach.
All right, we're all on one.
thought
You're
it was-
an idiot.
I thought it was going to have a bit more
What,
hints,
you think
like
there's gonna be
Harry Potter might murmur in the background or
yes,
something.
Hermione goes Leviosa.
Yeah, how do they
halfway
decide
through.
that's Hogwarts?
The picture was Hogwarts. I guess that was the bait.
You suck.
All right, I think we got to move a bit quicker. There's 5 seconds of this
Oh,
one coming up.
Hogwarts is somewhere in Scotland in the novels.
Ooh.
So I'm pretty close.
All right, here we go. Oh no, we'll say they're coming up to people. Let's see if they say anything. All right, there you go.
Oh,
It sounded like a European language.
I felt European as well.
what? I'm pretty sure I heard English.
That's what Europe. Believe it or not, England is in Europe.
That's true. No, Brexit.
Oh, true.
They're
that.
a new continent.
They just moved it over. They
Yeah.
started just pushing it
I
west.
think they're just drifting international waters.
I'm going Paris, France.
Francais.
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 See, I thought Jordan would choose like iconic places, but we've
Like
had
Hogwarts.
we've been getting less
Hogwarts is pretty
iconic.
iconic.
We've been getting less iconic.
Yeah. Pick, what's the most random town you can think of?
I'm gonna say Egypt.
What?
That's pretty random.
Where in
well.
Egypt? Cairo?
Cairo.
Yeah, Cairo, capital.
One of the pyramids.
One of the
pyramids.
No, because there were people.
What is
Surrounding one of
a
them.
place in? I'm gonna go with Hungary.
It was Paris.
Oh,
Yeah. That's got to be like
That's
2
triple
points.
points.
Triple, okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
that
get it
makes sense.
exactly. That's kind of crazy.
Jordan,
That's
triple means
unbelievable.
we can't catch up.
No, you guys can get it right as well.
You can get triple points.
Oh!
Okay, there's 2 left.
This game is so bad. It's so bad.
I like it now because I got it right.
We should have been screening these audio clips, I think.
I should have. I was quickly doing it.
We
It's
did make
almost
it
funnier
5
that you
minutes.
can't tell, but then somehow Jackson got it right. So.
I thought
Perfect.
I heard a French voice.
It sounded
Yeah.
European.
You probably did because it was. All right, next place.
I heard a child. Car. Rain.
I thought you would hear more. Let me skip ahead to a different bit.
There's birds.
Let me skip one more time. This is kind of fun.
Happy people.
No, I got it, I
laughing,
got it.
Laughing happy people. Crunchy gravel.
All right, 3 spots from the one
Damn.
walk.
Okay, so
Zach's
there's,
got it, so you can go
there's
first.
crunchy gravel. There's happy people and there's children.
Yeah.
And there's a bird.
That was the laugh. I'm going to go Australia.
Oh.
We've got to have somewhere. Can I just guess the country?
Yeah.
I guess I got to guess a place.
Yeah, just because if you go Melbourne and it's Perth, you're still close.
Yeah, what's the most
Yeah.
gravelly place? Nah, fuck it. That's Perth. Jordan's tricking us.
Someone.
I'm not feeling Australia.
I am
bird
feeling Australia.
The bird sounded Australian.
I'm going to agree with Australia. I'm going to go somewhere up further north.
yeah.
Maybe Queensland.
Yeah.
Maybe Queensland.
I'm going
Oh, I should have gone East Coast.
California.
I guess technically Peter's the closest. It was Japan.
Yes!
Queensland
Yes!
is closer. Queensland's
Wait,
pretty up
We're
there.
in Japan.
I don't know, but you got to think of the
Where?
horizontal
Tokyo,
distance.
apparently.
Is that in the city?
It started in a city and
We
then they
were
walked to like
so
a garden.
off.
They went to like a garden, like a what's it called? Temple thing.
That we were so off. The bird didn't sound like a WA bird, but I thought it was an East Coast bird.
Grand finale. Here we go.
Zach pissed off. He's checking on his phone. Where's closer? Jordan, this one's underwater. This is underwater.
Water sounds the same in all countries, right?
Yep, it's wet.
This is why I'll say this is supposed to be like an ambience. This is so less like you wouldn't put this on in the background.
Wow.
This is it.
It's either
if anyone gets this, you win.
it's either the toilet or Atlantis.
I'm going Hawaii.
All right.
Where's the oceaniest ocean?
Where's the wettest place?
It could be do you reckon it sounded more oceany or rivery or lakey?
I think Jordan, it's the last one, right? He's going to be trying to get us. So I'm going to go Antarctica.
Antarctica.
Yeah.
Antarctica.
It's pretty wet.
I'm not going for a swim in there though. Who's going to go in and check?
No,
the,
no one's swimming. It's a...
Well, how'd they get the footage then?
No, they did they did footage and then they added the sound effects.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure this is fake, considering the image was completely still. I've realized
I will just guess. I don't know, Samoa.
it's a lake in Sweden.
Oh, it was a lake.
So who's the closest?
I don't know.
Everyone gets one
I
point.
think Jackson wins overall after
Yeah,
getting Paris.
I think
Oh,
so.
I got one right.
Yeah,
That's right.
pretty insane. But yeah, that was
Yes.
apparently a Swedish lake. Yeah, we'll see how much of that stays in the pot.
I think it's
Imagine hearing the Swedish lake and it just sounds like PewDiePie.
good in concept.
Oh, I forgot
This
to.
is how's it go, Brad?
I don't even think we could have done that with... We couldn't have done that with languages. Maybe we should do that next. You know, like you hear a
That would've been
language and
way
it's like...
smarter.
How would we know
Oh, that
what,
would be
like,
pretty good.
I don't really know what like Czechoslovakian
Like,
sounds
could you
like.
pick the
Oh,
difference
guess the
between
language.
Korean and Chinese? Do you reckon you could do that?
That
Yeah,
sounds fun.
I
Yeah,
think so.
I could with Korean and Chinese, but there's a lot of the European ones I wouldn't know.
Yeah, cool. We should do that.
Like, do you know what language Numa Numa? You know that meme song? Do you know what that's in? Yeah, do you know what language that is?
No.
It's Romanian.
Ooh.
Only because I have one Romanian friend through Frisbee and he was telling me
Andrew
what it
Tate
means.
sing that?
Oh wow.
I don't think so.
What did that song mean?
It's
Dance?
about a guy trying to ask a girl out, and she says no, and then he's like, "But I really, really want to," and that's what like the whole that like the repeating it is like, "Oh, really, 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 really want to take you out," you know?
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, well, a lot of songs are. Talk about blurred lines, you know?
Banger song though.
Banger.
I forgot to preview Good Dog, Bad Cat. No, wait. Cool
is
Cat,
that?
Bad Dog.
That's another segment that apparently we're doing.
What is that?
Let's crack on into it.
Straight into
Surprise segment.
it. Boo! Give us a stinger for
What's a stinger?
what?
Like a stingray?
No.
Yeah, give us a
give us a
stingray.
stingray for the segment.
No, what is it? Good cat, bad dog.
It's Bad Dog or Cool Cat.
He's a bad dog.
He's a cool cat.
He's a bad dog.
He's a cool cat.
All right, I guess that's staying in. All right. So basically, it's Am I an Arsehole, but we stole it and renamed it.
Oh, right. So, like, is this a cool
So
thing
we've
to
asked
do?
the Patreons. I wrote one down. I'm going to get the rest on my phone because they take forever to write.
Yeah.
So what? They're a bad dog or they're a cool cat?
Yeah.
We
Do you,
gotta
want me
say.
to, do you want me to read this one while you get it up to make it a bit
you
smoother?
will not be able to read my hand.
Oh, okay.
So
I've got it already.
basically, we're saying whether they're the asshole or not by calling them a bad dog or a
Or a
cool cat.
cool cat. Right.
Ironically, it's better to be a cat on the Underdogs pod.
Ooh. Yeah, should have been a cool dog. Anyway,
Naoki. Hello, Naoki.
Japanese?
I made my 7-year-old nephew watch South Park. My brother and his family live like 10 minutes away from me. They both work, but they are just too cheap to hire a proper babysitter, so they leave my nephew with me, even when I already told them 100 times I'm busy. I am at home, yes, but I work from home, so I cannot put much attention to my nephew on a daily basis. So I got sick of this, and made my nephew watch South Park. I don't know exactly what happened at their home, but they actually hired a babysitter after that, and my brother's wife deleted me on Facebook. Is Naoki a cool cat or a bad dog?
I think we need.
I think you're going to have to be a bad dog for me on this one.
What is
Agree.
what is at the start? Can you describe, like, did they just keep dropping the baby like on the front doorstep? Like, what do you mean they
Yeah.
just keep bringing the baby over and say like, watch him? Because then like have you talked to these people
Clearly
about?
they haven't put their foot down and they've gone with the passive-aggressive route.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or the
corrupting
passive
the child.
South Park. It's the
Like,
passive South Park corrupt the child's
How
brain
did,
route.
how did they describe it at the start with dropping around? They said 100 times.
They both
Has there
work,
not been
but
a
they are
com-
too cheap to hire a proper babysitter, so just leave my nephew with me.
That's a bit.
When I already
shit.
told them
that
100
is shit.
times I'm
Well,
busy.
if he's told them 100
But one bad dog
but
doesn't mean you should be another bad dog.
I don't know.
Just
Yeah.
like Jesus' dog said back in the day.
Two bad dogs don't make a cool cat.
Wait, what's the commandment?
but it depends.
There's a commandment for this. Where are they?
Yeah, why don't we just consult the commandments? Because it should tell us if they're being good or not.
Well, thou shalt be easier goinger than the last.
Yeah, I think you're being harder going here. It
No,
sucks.
watching a nephew for a whole day.
No, but you can just put on a different show.
Yeah. But
Yeah, why South Park?
I'm not saying you've been righted
Well, it
here
worked.
by their parents, but you know that's probably not the best thing to do.
I would like to know what the telling them 100 times was like. Because if it was telling them in like a nice way and actually having like a proper conversation, but saying 100 times I'm busy is just like they drop the baby and it's like I'm busy, and then it keeps happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
But
where
if
the
they've-
money is.
If they've actually had like a conversation about it and they just keep dropping them round,
Yeah.
I actually don't think it's that bad.
I think we should just hand out bad dogs all round.
I think bad dog
There's
for
two
everyone.
bad dogs.
Yeah, if
3.
3 bad dogs.
The parents.
And now the baby, actually.
and
So 4.
No, the baby's...
One bad puppy.
No, I watched South Park one time. It's a bad puppy.
I guess
I think it's a cool kitten.
I think the parents are worse dogs though.
Right.
Like I think he is a bad dog. Like that's not
I
the
just
right
think
move.
it's so easily avoidable to not put South Park
Yeah, just
on.
put something else on. What's the?
No, but it worked, right? Because now they don't
Yeah.
come back.
yeah, but you've been deleted on
Oh.
It was the
Facebook.
move. It was like when you don't want to do something, do it bad, you know?
If you're gonna have a baby, watch the fucking baby or pay for a babysitter. Like just because you have a
I mean, easy
brother,
to say. Not everyone has that much money or time.
but then don't have a baby.
Yeah, but
What do you mean?
Don't have
What
a
do you
baby.
mean?
Don't
No,
have a kitten or a puppy.
Are you saying that people who are poor should never have kids their whole life?
No, but there's
Well, yes,
other
you are.
options.
Kinda
You said
did
just
say
don't
that.
have a baby.
What? I said don't have a baby and drop it at your like brother's house
but
every day.
Some people are in hard situations.
Some
So
people got
where
a-
did they go
Yeah,
to in
but-
the end? They went to someone else.
Huh? Yeah, they got a babysitter.
Oh, they got a babysitter.
Yeah.
But like you can talk it out and like if he's said 100 times like he doesn't want to watch your baby.
Communication always helps, of course.
Yeah.
That's kind
You
of always
can't-
the answer with these. It's not
Yeah,
really
it's
a
not
fun
very fun, is
response.
it?
Yeah. The answer
I'm
is
not saying
always
poor people
actually
can't have
talk.
babies, but if you're poor and you have a baby, it doesn't give you the right to offload it on someone's house who doesn't want it
I know.
many, many times.
I agree. All right, so bad dogs all around, or you're not handing one out to
Oh, bad
Naoki?
dogs all around.
All right.
Dogs.
Nilo writes, I co-own a gardening company that I do a lot of work for alongside my studies. We often use the client's lawnmowers if they allow us to, and because of fluctuating hours at college, we often do not work while the people are not at home. We often work while the people are not home. So last week I was mowing a regular customer's lawn when the lawnmower ran out of petrol. I began looking for the canister that the customer said he left outside. Now, lawnmowers need a specific type of petrol, and they write in brackets. At least I think so. I'm not an expert. Fake it until you make
Yeah,
it.
4-stroke or something.
Exactly.
Lawnmower, man.
Damn.
So I fill the mower with petrol that I found, and when I try and turn it back on, nothing happens. I begin panicking, video call my friends to see if he can figure it out, but nothing works. After an hour trying to get the damn machine to work, I give up and accept that I broke the lawnmower by filling it with the wrong fuel. I report it to the client, but out of embarrassment, I do it under my friend's name.
Oh, it's a
Oh.
bad dog, man.
It was sounding good until the last line.
A little background. The said friend also fucked a lawnmower of the same client. So I reasoned in my head that he'd be able to handle it a little bit better than I would.
No, that makes it worse.
That would create less suffering in the world, meaning it's a righteous act. No. That's the frame of thinking in utilitarianism. Plus, I bought a clarinet, so I can't afford a lawn.
I bought a clarinet.
bad dog.
So it turns
coming
out
around.
I'm just a dumbass, and the lawnmower was working perfectly fine, but I forgot to do the lawnmower Konami code or something, and that's why it didn't work. So it's fine, the lawnmower.
I mean, I'm
Oh.
glad that it worked
Konami
out in the
code.
end, but bad dog. Bad
Yeah, I
dog.
think it's a
Bad
bad
dog.
dog.
Pay responsibility
like-
for your actions.
The
That
fact
was
that it's like,
great.
oh, he's done it once before. Have you heard of like, it's like fool me once, shame on you. Like, you know,
Yeah,
that
everyone
sort of
gets
thing.
one free pass, you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
it's
So
like
funny.
one thing is like an honest mistake. Now they're thinking that your like friend is like the worst lawnmower, like a complete imbecile that breaks every lawnmower he
The
touches.
destroyer of lawnmowers.
Yeah, the difference between one mistake, like one broken lawnmower, and then like a second one is like he's never getting hired.
I did love how he worded that, though. It was a good story.
Yeah, well-written story.
The
Brought
fact
it
that
back
he's
around,
like
explained
overall
himself.
less suffering in the world.
That's a funny justification, but bad dog.
Okay.
Naughty.
Jwick 9885. Am I a bad dog for tripping an old lady?
Oh yes.
Cool cat. Cool cat.
It might have been in a wrestling match.
Put her out of the misery.
I went to Disney World last year with my mother and sister, and when I was there, everyone was being rude and pushing me. And I didn't mind. I was like, yeah, they're in a rush. So me and my sister devise a plan to let my mum go in the middle of both of us because we didn't want her falling over or anything because she just recovered from cancer. So it was our gift to take her there. So then night hit. This is all one sentence. So then night hit, and they were going to show the fireworks for the 50th anniversary. So obviously stayed and watched it. As we were going and getting a good spot, everyone was bunching up and trying to get to the front where the best view was. My family and I decided to stay back and avoid all that. And this old Spanish lady, like she was from Spain, had a very heavy accent, pushed me and my mum real hard in the back. I had to catch her before she went splat all over the floor. And she didn't even say excuse me or sorry to my mum, so I was heated up already, but my mum just told me to let it go. But the lady couldn't find a good spot, so she came to where we were, and since there was hella people, I decided to put my foot out because obviously she wasn't going to be able to see who did it to get her back, and she fell on her face. I was trying hard not to laugh.
Oh.
Literally, that's 2 sentences, that whole thing. They're still angry about
You
it.
cheated by having breaths in the sentences that had no
I
full
was trying
stops.
not to. I added some full stops in there.
Yeah.
This one's
Cool
kind
cat.
of hard.
I've got to.
Give them their comeuppance.
We have said 2 bad dogs don't make a cool cat, so I'm gonna have to say bad dog.
Shit, I forgot about
But
that.
I do understand. Like I'd
Yeah.
probably do it too, but I would be the bad dog here, but I would do it too.
I think if it was anyone other than like an old lady, because it could have gone worse.
Wait, was it old
I
lady?
feel like the
Old
cat.
Spanish lady.
old
How
Spanish
old?
lady?
I think
See, that's the
it
thing. I
depends
think
on the
like
age.
It
if
depends
someone
if she
is-
has to be hospitaled away. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like-
if someone's like 25 or 30, trip that son of a son of a
Because here's the
bitch.
thing, it's like, this is like one of those situations you can't just like talk about it. It's just a random, you'll never see him again.
Yeah. Yeah,
you're not
Do
gonna be
you
like.
give them the tiny bit of karma or nah?
I reckon give it to him.
How good's the line? And this old Spanish lady, like she was from Spain,
Like
I
she
know,
was.
that was that
and had
line
a
was
very
so
heavy
funny.
accent.
I like that with no punctuation too. I think that the cancer mum in this story really gives you a lot of leeway to be a dick.
Yeah.
What if
True, you
Spanish
chuck
lady
that
from
in there.
Spain had cancer too?
Nah, it's
Well, then she should
shouldn't
be more
pushing
considerate.
around.
Yeah, she wouldn't have the strength to push 2 people over.
True.
The only reason why I think Cool Cat as well. It's like, oh no,
We're so
sorry.
evil.
I think Slight Bad Dog
Oh, yeah,
because kind of
Respect
as
it.
bad as, and he kind of did escalate the situation.
Yeah, I think
Like
Cool Cat.
from the sounds of it, it didn't sound like him or his mum hit the floor. She landed on her face.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing. But I think like it's kind of a
It was
baller
funny,
move.
apparently,
it was.
as well.
Oh, it was funny.
Yeah.
Cool Cat.
Well,
Cool cat.
it doesn't really take into account there are some situations where you are justified in being a bad dog.
Yeah.
In life, in some of these Am I the arseholes, it's just like, yeah, you're an arsehole for this, but
We get
sometimes it's
But,
got to
like,
be done.
Good on you.
Yeah.
For being an asshole.
I would do it too.
It's
like
not
when?
like,
Like when?
Yeah, do you reckon you always need to?
Yeah, sometimes it's just gonna happen. Sometimes, do you think it's justified for people to go through their entire life being an asshole to everyone and everyone should just be nice to them back?
Yeah, no.
It's like at some point,
gotta give it to 'em.
someone's got to give you your comeuppance. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like if you're pushing through
Cool cat.
crowds at like let's say music festival,
Yep.
and you're just pushing and pushing and pushing, someone should punch you.
Ooh,
Yeah.
punch.
It's not going to be
I don't know,
everyone.
I think the trip was good. I think the punch is
Oh,
good.
it depends how much, but like
well,
yeah.
the
you
trips
can't.
caused her to land on her face,
Oh, getting pretty much punched
pretty
by
much
the earth.
punched by the ground.
Like, someone's got to do it eventually. So, like, it's I don't know. Sometimes it's justified being an asshole because someone's got to do it.
The thing is, like, what if she died? That's why you got to say bad dog.
Stop
'cause
pushing people.
Could have happened.
Yeah.
I didn't say bad dog, but you know.
I say Cool Cat. Fuck it.
Yeah, Cool Cat's pretty funny. Humor.
All right, that was Bad Dog, Cool Cat. We might do that.
I
more
like
often.
that
was
segment
fun.
actually a lot.
Not a bad segment.
No wonder some people's entire podcast
Can we?
is just that.
I reckon next time
Yeah.
you ask for questions, we should ask for them in like 100 words.
Yeah,
or
'cause there
less.
was very-
they get a bit long and then we're less likely to read it. So you got to really focus on your writing skills here.
Yeah.
Some of them were great and some of them were really funny. So keep it up.
Let's do Peter's retro question.
On episode 2 of the Underdogs podcast, Peter asked us all a specific personalized question, which we answered. Now, 84 episodes later, have we changed?
Here is Peter's retro questions from episode 2, all the way back episode 2. What are we in? 86.
Yeah.
So 84 episodes ago, which is even more than 84 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
2 or 3 years.
We all seemed very different, very naive.
Okay.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Did it actually? It's different.
It's very weird.
Before
wow.
reading 10,000 podcast comments, it changes a man.
wow.
We all seem so optimistic.
People are like, I miss the old underdogs. They like their lives.
We're definitely more jaded now, but I think we're more
Really?
well-rounded. I think Peter and I were the most different. You seem very, very similar.
Nice.
Zach also seems similar, but different.
All
as
right,
well.
let's hear it.
Right.
What do you reckon was different about me? I'm just like personally curious out of my own narcissism.
Seems like you've grown a lot.
Oh yeah, I've tried. It doesn't work.
Success. No, I think it's success.
We haven't grown, Zach. That's all right. We're
Never
already,
needed to
we
grow.
already grew.
Everyone's
already perfect.
We already grew. Is that the word?
Everyone was already...
I feel like I have grown a lot, but it's more internal.
Actually, something that was very interesting was you would say the dumbest shit and we'd be like, Jordan.
How things have changed.
Only the second episode of that. 84 episodes in.
Shut the fuck up.
What 3 years of listening to
Yeah,
Jordan does to an
literally.
MF?
All right, Jordan. What about competing in video games appeal to you so much?
What about competing in video games?
Yeah, why
appeals?
why not compete in
Why
something
not
else?
something else was the question.
Well, I did compete in other stuff, like basketball and stuff before.
Uh-huh.
Video games was good because I feel like you don't get limited by your physical abilities.
Yep.
What was the question again?
What about competing in video games appeals to you so much?
Because this is when you're in peak sweat.
Yeah,
just so
what
you know.
does competing... I don't know. I just have this thing where it's like, I really like to just try and win. I don't know. It's just like kind of a puzzle solving kind of
I think
thing.
that's exactly what you said last time, isn't
Yep,
it?
almost the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit about your Call of Duty.
Yeah, I was thinking about Call of Duty just then.
Yep.
But
There you
I
go.
was thinking you've like
you haven't changed.
you've picked
Have
up
you grown at
jiu-jitsu.
all?
I haven't.
You've picked up jiu-jitsu and I was wondering if that changed your perspective.
No, but it's the same reasoning.
I know, but like
But it was
why
just
not?
applied to video games.
But what's the appeal of doing something in real life like jiu-jitsu versus video games? Because that's when you were really just focusing on getting better at video
That
games.
was just because I was better at that than real. Like before that, I'd tried to be like good at basketball and
Right.
stuff. So it was more so just when it came to Smash Bros, I wasn't limited by being a small, skinny white guy as much as in basketball.
Yep.
So I think that's just why I happened to be good at Smash Bros.
good.
Now you're a small, muscly white guy, so you have changed.
Slightly, yeah.
Jiu-jitsu, yeah, you're big.
Yeah, we're talking about you and I have grown. Jordan's grown. The fucking guns.
You're looking huge.
But
now.
yeah, jiu-jitsu is very fun. Jiu-jitsu is very similar, but there's health benefits, so it kind of adds on to that.
Do you find it more satisfying to do something like with your physical body than video games when you get a win?
Oh, yeah.
Because like I was having this conversation with
mate.
someone who plays basketball, but I also play Overwatch with them. And they were like, man, like last week at basketball, I scored 7 3-pointers in our game. Like, and I've been thinking about that all week. And it's like, I've never had a video game victory like in an Overwatch game where I've been like, man, I got 100 kills. I've been thinking about it all week. It's
I
just,
still think about if I do really well at like a major Smash Bros tournament or something.
yeah, but like this is like the level is like a social basketball game versus like a national Smash Bros tournament. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like to
Yeah.
the level, I feel like it's much more satisfying to do something in real life.
I think so, especially with jiu-jitsu, because it was like, I've now been doing it for like a while now, like coming up to a year, I think. And like this new person joined and he was like this massive dude. He was like 120 kilos or something, but he was completely new. So he was like dog shit. And so I'm just like destroying him. And I'm just
Wow.
like, wow, this feels amazing.
Feels
you-
good to actually get
That's
progress.
sick.
Yeah.
Did you start jiu-jitsu for like the health benefits?
Yeah, and I just thought it was like a cooler kind of sport, I guess. Like it's like an extra benefit to it. Like, I don't know.
And have you gotten a lot healthier?
Yeah, I guess so.
You're
Yeah.
gonna die in your sleep.
No, yeah, we were talking before the podcast about how some cyclists are so healthy they just die in their sleep because their heart rate is
I
so
thought-
low.
I thought that was on the podcast.
that was
that was
before the
out of
pod.
nowhere. I just said you would die in your sleep. Yeah,
I had to
context.
explain real quick.
Yeah.
But no, jiu-jitsu is really fun. I'm thinking actually of maybe going to a tournament maybe the beginning of next year or something.
That'd be great.
And like kind of training up and maybe making a video out of it.
Definitely.
Which I'm a bit scared of because I don't want to get broken into pieces. So that's why I
Nah,
want to
do it.
practice beforehand.
You just tap out.
Yeah, but tournament is pretty intense.
Nah, it's
Like
all
there
good.
was a tournament that just went by, and I think I don't know how many people from our gym went, like 7 or 8, and I think 3 of them got pretty injured. Because the entire game is break their bones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we
That's why I
move
want
on?
to practice first.
What's the other questions?
Yeah, what was
I
the
feel like
big
we should
one?
get
You
through
said
'em.
your one was a good
Mine,
one.
I think, is the most interesting now.
Okay.
Because we're doing the podcast for a while. So at the point in time, we'd done 2 episodes, and I don't think we really knew ourselves. People knew what we were like in real life so much. If someone had only watched your videos or the Underdogs videos, do you think they would have a good idea of who you are?
What did you say
Podcast
last time?
included?
I said no. And I think I stand by that.
Yeah, you still think it's a no?
I think it's less of a no.
They watched like all my channel videos. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
I reckon all the videos that you have put
like
out.
is our YouTube
Persona
persona representative of
Of
our?
you.
Yeah. Do you think
our
that they
life?
would be like, I've watched all the podcasts, I've watched all of this. I think if I met them in person, I wouldn't be that surprised by what kind of person they're like.
Yeah.
I think no. Because
No,
you know how
wait.
you know like
You wouldn't
no
be
they
surprised?
no they wouldn't know who I am.
Yeah.
Not 100%.
Yeah.
Because you know how you do slightly change your personality for like different friend groups and family and
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Like they would know the way I interact with like you guys and like the sort of like banter we have.
Yeah.
But that is not necessarily what I'm like with Maddie or with a different friend group or around my family
Definitely,
or in
definitely.
or with complete strangers, you know?
Yeah.
So, but I think as time goes on, they would have a better idea. Like on my main channel, especially, I'm trying to. When it's gaming, it very leans into like the over the top, like whoa, like YouTube persona type of stuff.
Yeah.
Now that I'm doing more like real life videos, I'm having to force myself to be like, no, like don't do the YouTuber voice. I'm just like I'm opening like a product that I got for this video, so I'm just trying to be
Yeah, just
myself
be
a lot
yourself.
more.
Even Mr. Beast is coming around to that. Have you seen? He
Yeah.
started trying to story tell more or like not be as well. I guess YouTubery, but he kind of invented being YouTubery, so he's kind of changing it.
he didn't invent it. I think people would do it.
He
I feel like he
perfected it.
took it.
He perfected it.
He took it to the extreme.
Ooh, the sign's down.
We really
Sheesh.
rearranged all the blue tack just before the pod. Oh, that's just fucking
Damn.
now.
But I haven't watched his latest video, but apparently I saw the video before his latest video, and the guy's like trying to win a bunch of money, and he just doesn't.
Yeah.
And it's just like, well,
It was quite sad.
and then it just ends.
Yeah, well,
It's so funny.
good.
But his channel used to be like him and the boys hanging out doing stupid shit. Then it became like really big, like I've got a chocolate factory and all these strangers and like way more manufactured. And now it's 180 back to like me and the boys are doing stupid shit again. Like when they check out like expensive houses and it's just like they're walking around like just kind of having a laugh. It's a lot more enjoyable to watch, I'll be honest. The latest few videos from the beast.
Oh, he took on some advice from old Septiceye. You know, like,
True.
Because I
Is that
saw
the guy that called him out?
Yeah, and said like, "Are you even having fun?" Then I saw in Mr. Beast's latest tweet. He said, "I left more of us just like casually having fun." I didn't watch the video, but so, yeah.
Me and Jackson are in Mr. Beast purgatory.
Big time. What's funny, I thought was my response was like, oh, well, in my videos I'm acting. And you guys went, true. And I was like, that's not a good point.
What about you guys?
I think, well, I don't think so.
I don't think they'd have a good representation. I think the biggest difference for me in real life is that I'm way more chill.
Yeah, that's
in
similar for
day-to-day.
me.
Like on the pod and stuff, I just take like these ridiculously hardline stances just because like
Yeah.
why not? It's more like there's more to talk about.
Yeah.
And in real life, I don't really give much of a fuck
I was thinking
about anything.
This concept the other day, it's like if you just have a conversation with 4 people and record it, it is just kind of inherently boring. Someone has to like say something ridiculous, which is
Yeah.
why it's good we've got Jordan here and we've got Peter saying some crazy stuff. Like, you know what I mean?
We're trying to put on a show to some degree. And
Yeah, well, you have to.
It's like and so I'd say it's probably not. Although live streaming, I think people would get the best person.
Yeah, now that I've started
perspective.
live streaming a lot more, I feel like they're more likely to know the real me.
Live streaming definitely is way more real than a recording, in my opinion.
well, yeah,
because
because
of
there's no editing.
Editing,
right?
and also it's longer, so you more of your true self slips out.
Yeah.
No matter how much you might try and hide it.
Whoops.
But I do know some streamers who just keep a facade on.
Oh, yeah.
Like all the time. People who are
like
literally
Dr.
full time
Disrespect or
streamers.
something, or-
Not even like
doesn't have to
the
be a
outfit.
character, right? Yeah.
I just mean like how they talk and act, and then like you talk to them in person, and you're like, "What the fuck?" Like, and then they're nothing like
Is
their
that
stream.
because they're so like cooked though? I remember hearing XQC like. I remember seeing a video of Ludwig talking about how he met XQC, and XQC was like so monotone and like dead because he's streaming like 20 hours a
Yeah.
day and like so amped up. He's probably like just cooked.
That wasn't my experience, but that would definitely happen for those people. For my experience,
Yeah.
it was like it was just a character. It was like a facade, a character playing up parts of your
okay.
personality, and not like. I think a lot of people in streaming, especially small streaming, like let's say like 0 to 200 viewers. It's not small, but you know it's smallish. They hide all their negative aspects of their personality, and once people get to the really high amounts of viewers, they can be as toxic as they want to. They can be more themselves because they have that like buffer zone of viewers. Like if they annoy 10% of their viewers, it doesn't really matter. You know, people like them enough.
That seems to be the biggest way
Whereas
to grow.
when you have like 100 viewers, I think a lot of people fall into the trap of being like, I've got to be positive about everything. I've got to make sure I can't say anything that'll annoy anyone. And then they come across as disingenuous, and then they do that full time. It seems exhausting.
True. Yeah, I'd say they know me in like when I'm like more amped up or in like a silly mood, but they don't know my like more chill mood
Well, yeah, they wouldn't.
because like I
we're
wouldn't
never
record
really
that.
chill.
Well, you
also-
released a video the other day, Jordan. You're like full psychology.
Yeah. Oh, should we talk about that? I
philosophy
made a
type
new
thing.
channel. Yeah.
And a lot of people would be like, Jordan made this? Because you don't show that side of your personality of actually like thinking about stuff.
Has
Well,
everyone
people
here
are more
subscribed
like-
to Better Life? Jackson,
Huh?
you're a Better Life subscriber?
Yeah.
Oh, respect. Did you?
I don't think Jackson
Yeah.
is.
Oh,
I am.
nice.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, I did see your comment on the
Yeah, I saw
video.
your comment
You,
on it. But people really liked it. I was
Jackson,
like
I
a bit
re-
nervous making that.
I
good video.
related too much to that video. You got me.
Really? Yeah, I thought it was
Yeah.
a good point.
When you said there's a line, something to the effect of, let's call these mental illnesses.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
I
that
wasn't
was
sure about that one.
I put in brackets. I don't think that was the right word. Did you see that? I put that in the video.
I saw that. So I was watching that video on the TV.
Put that in brackets on the video.
Maddie was in the kitchen. She was listening to the video and
That's
she didn't
so
see the
funny.
correction. She only heard the thing about mental illnesses. And I think that gave her quite a jaded perspective because also Maddie hasn't really seen that side of you as well that much.
Yeah, true.
But,
Actually, yeah, true.
Like
true.
interested in psychology. I feel like on the podcast, that's where you sort of like talk about that. But then Maddie was giving me the strangest look like, what? Like,
What the fuck
it was
is
out of
going on?
nowhere for like you to be making those videos. And when she heard the thing like these mental illnesses, she was like, Jordan's not qualified to be doing this. What's he doing? And then I was like,
That's so true.
No, he corrected himself. I was like, watch the whole video. And she was very skeptical.
Honestly, that didn't
That's so
bother me
funny.
in the slightest. Like, it's just a phrasing. It's just a
was a
literal.
phrasing
I
issue, yeah.
I wasn't bothered. I
No,
just
but
thought it was
it's not
funny.
even a it's
Yeah.
a definitions issue because
Yeah, yeah.
I think that there's an argument to be made that could be considered a mental illness, like
Yeah.
that because what is a mental illness?
Oh, I was just surprised that you didn't. It's a video essay and you didn't put the seconds in to find the right word. Did you just like write the script or was
Yeah, I
it like,
kinda wrote it.
What were
Dude,
you
he
calling?
wrote the script at 6:45 a.m. on October the 7th.
Oh, you got a good memory. Yeah, 6:45.
For context, what were you calling mental illness in this video? Even though you weren't actually calling them that. Well, it was two things, right?
Anxiety
Yeah.
and like lack of motivation.
I think anxiety and depression that's like the thing is a mental illness.
think-
The blanket term they give everyone, anxiety and depression.
Peter, I
so that
think-
is accurate.
I should have played it more safe, probably.
The problem was
cares?
before that you said, I think 99% of people are struggling with these two things. Let's call them mental illnesses. That's the part where it's like saying 99% of people have a mental
I think
illness.
it's a commentary on today's society where everyone's got something wrong with them.
I
It's
liked
like
it. I
you know
loved
how
the video,
everyone's
by the
getting
way.
diagnosed with like ADHD and stuff, and it's
Yeah.
like, is it a person problem or is it a society problem? Like more people
It's
aren't
definitely a
fitting into
society.
society.
Yeah.
Oh, you have an illness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what Jordan was trying to. That's exactly what I'm just.
Yeah.
PR,
Well, yeah,
PR
I
manager.
definitely
But other than that
It's a
part,
good video.
I like the video. I definitely like the video. I more just found that part funny that you didn't. I don't know. You could record and fix that. Part.
I know that part I was already editing and I was like, oh, I'll just put it in brackets.
I couldn't believe that.
I love it.
Yeah,
Other than that,
re-recording the voiceover, fuck that.
that's just what made me laugh. Like if
Sounds-
you're talking to me in person, you like say that. I'm like, oh, true.
Yeah.
But I guess it has that feel. To it.
Jordan, sounds like you've got a lack of motivation if you didn't go back and change it.
changing it.
It's a mental illness.
But I really did like the video.
I have talked to you guys about how I was thinking about making similar-ish type stuff, like another channel as well. So it's cool to see you're doing it as well.
Yeah, it's just what I was very interested in.
Yeah.
And like what I like to watch YouTube videos on. So I
Yeah,
was like,
turns
might as well
out,
do
turns
it.
out you can make good videos about stuff you're interested in, and you watch that kind of stuff yourself.
Yeah.
Who
Like I
would've
just
thought?
decided to make that channel like all in, I think it was a day or 2 days I made the video. I was like, oh yeah.
That's sick.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You should keep the branding with like those
Yeah, I just
the
found
guy's
out that,
face.
what are they called? They're
Soy
called like
jacks.
oh, what is it?
Yeah.
There's Wojaks or Soy Jacks.
yeah.
Depends which ones you
Jordan,
have.
keep it as branding because like the colored background and the white face, it works well.
That's what
Yeah,
everyone does
true.
in their
And then
red pill
people
videos.
will be able to recognize each video as yours.
Yeah.
We should probably move on because we've got a few more segments to get
Should we
to.
have the pop one question of the week?
Oh god. Yeah. What was that?
Oh god.
Wait.
Play the sound bit. Pressure. Come on, Jordan. Come on,
Oh,
Jordan.
shit.
We can cut this
oh,
out.
They're both pretty bad. I have two.
His lack
Let's
of
just go with-
motivation,
let's just
a
go with
mental
one.
illness.
Are you sure?
Let's just go with one.
No, I want both.
Why does being sick make you sick?
Oh, let's go with none.
What's the other one?
The other one was, why don't other animals scream when they have babies?
That's a good point.
Like, how did you think all the people not just die? Like, you're trying to secretly hide in, like, your cave and have a baby.
Yeah, humans are so dramatic.
Ah! Like, surely the lions come around.
Wait, I have not seen many women giving birth. None, actually. But do they scream?
Yeah, right.
Or is it more like a gritted teeth? Like,
oh, that's true.
Yeah, I don't think they're yelling like they're in a horror movie.
True.
imagine the baby pops up.
You probably would, though, back in the day. You don't know what's going on.
I'll ask my mum. She's a midwife. I'll ask her how many
what's the
people.
scream
Oh, that's good
screaming?
research, yeah.
I'll message her right now.
But other animals, they just seem to plop out.
Yeah.
Like a horse is like walking around and it kind of stops.
It's like, oh, it's almost like a fart.
the baby comes out, starts walking straight away.
Yeah. She's like, all right, see ya.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh,
It's
that
like our
was-
brains are so big.
No, okay, here's a theory for you. I think humans, well, we have way more developed vocal cords than most animals because we use voice to communicate. So we use our voice for a lot more things. So do you reckon they're like giving off distress signals, but in their form of communication, much more
Maybe.
than because like
Infrared.
ours, it's our primary form of communication, not
Infrared.
You
infrared.
check out the infrared on a whale. It's
Yeah,
fucking going
yeah.
it's out of
Great.
control.
It's red.
No, whales are the loudest animal.
That's true.
They probably scream a lot when they give birth.
You would hear it from so far away. Is that why they're so loud? Like, if they screamed out of water, it would be like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Shut
probably.
up.
Go back. Yeah, but since they're underwater,
Yeah,
it's not
true.
as bad.
Stop with that wailing.
I guess we're just
Ooh.
leaving the sick one.
What's
behind.
the
Do you want to know like my best answer I've got for that?
For which one? The
the
baby?
sick one.
Okay, yeah.
It's because it's like the actual virus itself is not what makes you have the sick response. That's your immune system doing that. And most of it is responses. Like, have you ever wondered why all viruses you get come up with like similar symptoms? It's always like cold
It's your
symptoms.
body killing them.
Like
It's the
increasing the
army.
temperature to like, increase like metabolism, because chemical reactions happen
Whoa.
better
Kill
at
the
high
bug.
temperatures.
Why viruses? Why?
Why viruses exist? That's a fantastic question.
That's fucked.
That is a fantastic question. But
Dude,
like,
why famine? Why famine?
No, that makes sense.
Why
like
AIDS?
genocide.
No, well,
oh,
Why?
Why?
Because if your religion gets replaced by another, anyway.
we're getting a little bit too topical.
That was the puppet one,
One
question of the week.
Dun, dun, dun.
We have an answer from my mum.
Ooh.
My mum's a midwife, so she witnesses this very often. I asked her, "Hey, mum, I have a question for the podcast. Do most mothers scream while giving birth, or is it a grimace type of thing?"
Was she like, is Sophie pregnant?
She gave me 2 joy emojis. Depends on the pain relief they have.
True.
Groaning and grimacing might be on the cards. If they are screamers, then yes. And no epidural. So that's like the block thing you get in your spine.
Yeah.
Me, this is my mum's personal experience.
Bragging.
No pain relief. Brag, flex.
Damn.
No screaming, but lots of
Damn.
breathing through the contractions. I also laughed a lot in the breaks between contractions. So my mum's a trooper.
Wow, what a hero.
Sounds insane.
Was she a midwife before?
Yes, she had to.
giving
Dude,
birth?
I
Okay.
always say it's the funniest thing she did is like before going back to work as a midwife, just having no pain relief for your kids, so you can just be like, "Oh, it's not that bad."
Yeah,
to
yeah.
all
I've
the
been
mums
there.
in there, it's like,
True.
"Oh, you've got Panadol, you little baby." It's like, okay.
I like the thing is like, if they're screamers, then yes. So it's
Yeah.
like, if you're already a screamer, Maddie's a fucking screamer.
Oh, some. I don't mean to overly generalize.
on roller coasters.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah,
when she
okay,
gets
yeah.
scared, okay?
Fucking scream.
She's a fucking screamer. Brings the house down, bro.
no.
Walls are shaking.
What the
Neighborhood
hell,
complaints.
man?
Called the council.
What the hell just
Put
happened?
it out on the pod. Let everyone know.
Hey, after my dick, baby probably won't even.
No wonder she was scared. Right.
Anyway, what was I saying? I don't fucking care.
What's the deal with?
What's the deal
She's
with?
already had practice giving birth. That thing's coming out
It's huge.
All right.
bigger than a baby's head.
All right.
Anyways,
It's got a brain of its own. It's got more bones than a human body.
Shut up! Shut up, guys!
Love you, baby, if you're listening.
For God's sake,
This
shut
is
up.
Patreon, don't worry.
Because I know that I've just been talking to my mum, so she's gonna watch the section, and now you motherfuckers come on.
It can't be in.
Oh,
that's a funny
God.
bit.
Nah, I'll keep it in.
What's
That's content.
I don't.
Maddie knows
I
I'm
need my
below
MC.
average, so keep it in. It's just jokes.
Just shut up. For God's sake.
What do you mean? I'm fine with this hole. I'm digging.
Are you serious?
For our audio
This
listeners,
screaming hole.
Jackson mimed digging myself into a hole.
Yeah. And Zach said he was fine.
Please cut out Zach justifying what he said so that
Yeah.
the Spotify listeners are just so confused.
No, you can't. You can't.
It has to be done, Jackson.
You can't.
You're allowed to cut out Lifelong Ink Part 3 if you also cut out Zach explaining
Nah,
the context.
both good. Both good
I
segments.
might just have it out
today.
of context. Maddie's really loud or whatever he said, and
He's
then
a screamer.
I'm fine with the whole, and then
Ah.
move on.
And then move on. That's good.
Include it all. It's
Yeah.
funny.
All right. What's the deal with Peter?
I need my MC.
Is it Jordan again? Jordan's gonna warm up the crowd.
Yo.
Wait.
You heard,
Welcome
What
to
is
the
this?
Underdogs
Welcome to the
podcast.
Underdogs.
What? Why?
what do you want?
Was that
applause.
Welcome, Jordan.
Yeah.
Hey guys, me again, back at it. What? you guys are screaming. My friend's got a screamer.
What?
Remember, talk to the crowd. You know, go.
Yeah,
you know,
the
ask
crowd
us-
again.
Me and Peter.
No,
No,
I'm-
me and
I'm-
Zack.
Yeah,
I'm in backstage.
So just pick one of us and start rinsing
You're full of laughter, Zach.
Yeah.
You had some gas before.
Yeah.
Oh God, get me on.
Had some
Competed.
gas, but I let it out during your set.
How do
Just-
people
just-
do this?
just-
I
Just
actually don't
introduce
understand
me.
how people do it. Peter's
I want to MC one week so that I
You
can
can
give it
MC
a try.
next week when Zack's
Yeah,
on.
I
you
really
can
want to
MC
give it
when
a
I'm
try.
gone.
It seems difficult but fun.
No, you can't be worse
Anyway,
Ask
and
me-
what?
than you.
What's so bad about me, eh?
Jordan,
I
ask me
can
when
burn
I,
down this place.
just introduce me, please.
You want to go?
Okay.
Go where?
Go and listen to Peter coming out. Here's Peter.
Oh wow, thanks for that warm welcome.
Horrendous intro.
I guess. All right.
I wasn't ready.
I hope you guys are in an extremely laughing mood because I've got a ripper set for you guys today. What is the deal with horses? I mean, can someone please go and tell all the people who still ride horses that cars have been invented?
What, laugh? Are you sure you want to laugh on that?
That was good.
Oh, wrong button. Oh, no, sorry.
Jesus Christ. I think people think that having a horse is like an upper class flex because that was what it would have been, you know, like 200-300 years ago before the invention of the automobile. Everyone's having to walk around like a peasant and everything. And then these people are like, look, I've got my horse. I can afford to, you know, feed it and keep it in my stable and all that stuff. But it's not 300 years ago. And we all have access to cars, all right? And nothing screams middle class mediocrity like being into horses.
What if I'm too poor for a car?
What do you mean too poor for a car? Are you too poor for a horse as well?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Does Sophie like horses?
No.
She looks like she likes horses.
That is the hugest roast.
Is it? I would kind of agree with it, though.
That is one of those ones where you remember the you
Oh,
look like
yeah,
things? You look like you're into horses.
Something about her family. Like,
Yeah, they're
horse.
rich.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. But why do people have horses? Is it kind of like a slave flex? But you can't do that anymore?
Oh, he's joining them. So he's up on stage with me. He's back.
Is it like then? Because like obviously people used to probably flex that they had a slave.
That's what I'm saying.
Now they
It's-
just have a horse.
It's hundreds of years later, and these people have not got the memo that having a horse is not a flex.
Is this if you drive your horse on the street?
If you drive your horse anyway, drive your horse.
I love how you said drive as well.
Like, they're less practical. Our cities are not designed for horses. They shit everywhere. We fuel horses on food when we could be fueling our cars with useless oil. We're not eating oil if we don't use it in our cars, are we?
Olive oil.
I guess it's just like a baller pet though.
It's not.
No,
Kinda
it
is.
is. It is a ball of
Kind of
pet.
is. They look. I think they're like the sexiest animal.